everybody, and welcome to episode 86, aka the greatest year in heavy metal history, 1986. As
not bad at all.
Blood.
Peace Cell, Somewhere
on.
in Time. Yeah, we will go on forever with that. But anyways, so episode 86 of the Shadow Cult podcast, we got the 5-man crew here. Myself, Scott, James, and also
I have till 5.
And also the And also the child stowaway on our plane again, Ricky.
You got the right word this time.
Yep.
Why is this little kid on our plane? Come on. Where's your parents?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Gotta say a word.
But anyways, we love you, Ricky. But yeah, episode 86. So this is going to be a dual episode. Primarily the top 10 Royal Rumble match moments, but we're also going to be talking Rumble 2022 that happened last night, and we got a lot to talk about with that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But to kind of get things going, let's begin the list, because you just made the list. So, yeah, Royal Rumble match moments.
You know what happens when you don't watch the Shadow Cult podcast? You know what happens? The list!
You
So
just
subscribe.
made the list. Oh, and by the way, your mom's anus smells, too. I don't know.
Anyway, with that wonderful idea and visual.
Awkward.
Anyway, so yeah, top 10 Royal Rumble match moments. Now, some people might be wondering, what constitutes as a match moment in the Royal Rumble? Return, debut, a winning moment, stare
Big
down,
spot.
performance.
Yep.
A performance that had a lot of monumental moments on top. Kind of pretty much everything. But before the actual list, we have some honorable mentions to talk about. I actually, right before we went on the air, I just cobbled together my list because I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot to make my list. So I got 5 that I came up with off the top of my head. So starting off for my honorable mentions, I have Kane's Domination 2001. Short, sweet, to the point. The moment of Kane being the Iron Man, a spot for smaller guys, and breaking the record for most eliminations in a single match at that time. Huge moment. And people still out there say, well, Kane should have won. Well, how the hell are you going to get Austin to the main event of WrestleMania against The Rock? Answer me that. Kane, great performance, but he shouldn't have won the match.
Yeah.
Next up, this guy is on my list in honorable mentions and on my actual list twice. Edge returning and winning in 2010. Because I don't recall anybody thinking he was going to show up during that match because he was out for quite a while with the Achilles injury.
Almost
6 months.
8.
Because he got injured in July and then back in January. So it was about 6 or so months.
7 months, yeah.
They were saying there's no way he could recuperate in that short amount of time. They were expecting maybe a year and a half for that kind of injury.
The Achilles injury is a big injury. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Athletes in other sports are out over a year with those injuries.
I think Woods had that. Didn't he have that injury? They went on this tour in Australia a couple years ago. I think that's what happened to him too.
And he was out for about a year.
While. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Edge coming back in 2010 and winning in his return. That was big. Next up, kind of one that I don't expect anybody to have on the list, but just for the nostalgia, it was pretty cool to see. 2008, Madison Square Garden, Piper and Snuka. Oh, you're number 9.
I was there.
And to see everybody on the edge of the ring just stopping and just watching like, oh shit, Piper and Snuka are going at it for a little bit.
Mentioned they weren't like, oh, he's like Snuka comes out and then 5 and then like 3 competitors come out back to back. That's what made them even more special because like really back to back, like what the fuck? And I like the JR's commentary like 2 Hall of Famers. They're just going at each other, and the whole ring was like, "What do we do?"
Turn the clock back 25 years.
Yeah. The next up...
And then Kane comes out and eliminates both of them.
Yeah. Up next, big one for me personally. Actually, this same person's in the honorable mentions twice. Ronda Rousey debuting after the Women's Rumble in 2018 and returning last night and winning. I'll go more about that when we talk about the show itself. But her debut right after Asuka won the Ladies' Rumble in the main event, coming out to a massive pop, staring down, I think it was Charlotte, Alexa, and Asuka. Oh, and I love the moment, and I'm hoping now that Ronda is back, thank God, after the handshake spot and Asuka slaps her hand away, please let us have Asuka versus Ronda, please. But I digress. And I'll talk more about last night when we talk about last night. James.
All right, I have 6 honorable mentions. My first one from 1994, 2 winners. Something we had never seen before or since. And just the picture-perfect moment, Brett and Luger going out at the same time, landing at the same time, the confusion of... It was the same time that they landed. And it was one of those, couldn't shoot that because if there's a mistake, don't want it on film. But just the confusion afterwards, and only time in Rumble history where we've had 2 winners.
Was that planned?
Yeah, that was the plan. Because they didn't know who to choose between Brett or Luger, so it's like, let's just have both win.
And then do the arm raising and see how the crowd felt. Overwhelming pop for Brett, for Luger. Some cheers, but some boos.
They played both of their themes as well, and that was the test. Hey, who do you want to see win the belt at Mania? Luger? Yeah. Brett? Yay! All right.
It's like the old babyface 1980s heel face spot at the beginning where the heel would climb the top rope. Yeah!
Boo! Yeah, boo! And then the face goes up. Yay! Yeah.
Like, you see that a lot in Triple H.
Clap along. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
What are we clapping to?
A lot of clapping. A lot of clapping. Come on, baby!
I wrestled, quick story, I wrestled Chameleon one time. I used to joke about that.
Oh,
Him and I
well.
were so mad, you stop.
Yeah.
Oh God, that remind me one time when I went to a AAA show. It was Abismo Negro versus Ting La Parca, and they do that. And when Abismo Negro comes out, it's like culero, culero, and then La Parca's like, que la mate.
All right. Honorable mention number 2. Austin steals the Rumble in 1997. He gets eliminated by Bret Hart, and this is after he had lasted over 40-plus minutes. And then referees are tending to Mankind and Terry Funk. Austin sneaks back in, eliminates Undertaker and Vader, and after Bret eliminates Fake Diesel, he tosses Bret out. He's the winner. Great moment there. My third honorable mention, the finish to the 2005 Royal Rumble. The only legitimate tie-in Royal Rumble match history, where Batista was supposed to win straight up, and then they go over at the top, land at the same time. Vince power walks out, tears both his quads. Get the match restart, and Batista wins.
Hey, I'm like, Vince, why are you sitting down?
I was thinking, why is he sitting? And then it's like, oh shit, he's
hurt.
Yeah. Later, I found out. I was like, oh.
And the best part, he didn't sell 1 ounce of it.
Not a bit. Mm-hmm.
So
guess what, boys? Guess what, boys and girls? You get injured in a match, you can't sell it either. When the boss don't sell, you can't sell it. So Sin Cara, fuck you.
Yeah.
I quit.
Oh, my finger.
Yep.
You want the finger? Here's the finger.
Yeah.
You want the finger? Here's the finger.
All right.
Ricky's dead.
Kiss my culo, punta.
right.
I did that for you, Ricky.
My
Oh,
fourth
God.
honorable mention,
Oh, God.
Ray Goes the Distance in 2006.
2006, yeah.
Coming
Talk
out
about
at
that,
number
didn't
2, the tribute to Eddie Guerrero, him lasting 62 minutes, 12 seconds, still the record, and wins the Royal Rumble. My fifth honorable mention, AJ Styles' debut in 2016. A moment you thought you would never see AJ in a WWE ring, and it's been 6 years now. And then to have one Women's Rumble moment on there, Asuka winning the first Women's Rumble in 2018 as my final honorable mention.
Walter?
I got a handful of honorable mentions. They're all lighthearted things. That's the thing. I thought, like all
Mine are kind of the same thing. Mine are kind of the same
funny,
thing. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
2001, Drew Carey's appearance. That's a moment, okay? That's
Yep.
crossover appeal, as our friend
I got
Tom
that.
Clark.
Mm-hmm.
A multitude that counts as honorable mention. All of Kofi Kingston's near elimination escapes, which came to an end last night.
Yeah, the streak is over.
My daughter jumps out. She goes, "Yes, here we go." Oh, Dad,
What happened?
Along the Matrix.
Kofi blew the. 1998, the Three Faces of Foley, honorable mention for
Nine.
first time 3 separate times as 3 identities. Piper and Snuka. That was what? That was 2008, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. What else do I have? Piper and Snuka. The greatest, most comical entrance of all time, 2004, Ernest the Cat Miller.
Yep.
God.
The
Don't
debut
remi-
of somebody
I
somebody called my mama.
Somebody call my mom.
Benoit and Orton are both out. Next entrance, here comes Ernest Miller.
Oh my lord.
Cause
The Undertaker, I don't know if we were supposed to use actual royal matches, but I had the Undertaker dying
yeah, that was a moment of death.
with Kabuki and Tenru helping out.
People, what?
95, the bizarre addition of Dick Murdoch in the Royal Rumble.
Oh my
And that's
God.
Dick with 3 Ks.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
And
it is.
finally, I can't remember which year it was, but I always find it entertaining when Sheamus fucking kicked Hornswoggle off the top and
2012. 2012.
Wait,
when he punted
Yeah.
Hornswoggle off the top
Yeah.
rope.
That was the 40-man Rumble. Or was it 2011?
No, 2011.
20?
That was
2011.
2011.
40
yeah,
man.
2011. Yeah, 2011.
Yep, and that's my those are my honorable mentions. All comical, meaningless stuff.
If we're going to go that route, then we might as well add Bushwhacker Luke coming out in 91 and being eliminated by
exactly.
Earthquake.
Or
And
Santino
Warlord
in
being
2009.
And Warlord 19
Power walking
and
to
Warlord
the ring and
1990.
I wasn't ready. I'm ready
That
now.
in my number 10.
And Warlord being eliminated by Hogan in
In
89.
2 seconds.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. Steps in, he's gone.
You're out of here!
And the boogers hanging from Hacksaw Jim Duggan's nose in 87.
On the first one, yeah, 88.
Yep, in the first one. Oh, and Paul Romer hurting his leg in 87 too, in the whole match.
We're going to cut to commercial break, and then we're going to do a promo while everyone heals up.
Scott.
All right, I got 6. I'll fire through them real quick. 2011, John Morrison parkour, doing what he does. Yep, just displaying what he can do. Man, what he could have done last night with Melina. That's all I'm going to say. My second one, my absolute favorite opening to any Rumble of all time, 1989, Axe versus Smash. Axe was 1, Smash was 2nd, but what makes it is Gorilla Monsoon's reaction. It's like the most biggest thing in the world. The way
It's the tag team champions.
Yep, it was great. I loved it.
That was
I was a
the
huge
first time
Demolition
the
fan.
Rumble pushed the every man for itself.
Right.
And that's exactly why they did it.
That's why they did it, exactly. Axe comes out, doesn't look happy, as you should, as the first entrant, by the way, because you got a long night ahead of you, and then here comes Smash, doing his shtick, and they look at each other like, fuck it, until Andre comes out, and then it's all cool.
Oh, they go to work on Andre. The crowd goes
Yep,
nuts.
that's it. Yep. Next one, 2012, Socko versus Cobra.
Oh, yes.
What a standoff, magical moment. Everyone loved it. It was so good. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Again, it's a lighthearted entry there, too. Speaking of lighthearted, 2017. Ty Dillinger comes out as number 10. That was the high point of his career. Sorry, folks. Well, besides banging Cassie, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but he's being used better in AEW.
She's using it better than AEW is. So I mean, Ty Dillinger at the time was on a roll with the 10 gimmick. Everyone loved it, and that was the big internet hype. We wanted to see him as number 10. Well, guess what? You got it. And thank you for nothing, folks. All right. 2001, Drew Carey faces off with Kane. That was mentioned, of course, but it's still a memorable moment. And would you knock it off, Levi? Please, knock it off. What is wrong?
I can't.
That better not be your number one. That better not be your number one. Look at that face. Look at that face. What does that tell you?
That's his number 1.1.
That's fucking
Raven coming to save
1.1111.
And my last honorable mention, 2020, Drew McIntyre eliminating Brock Lesnar, because it was just it's still a memorable moment to this day. It was one of the best booked Rumbles of all time. So, oh shit. Okay, well there you go. You can talk about it later. So there's my HMs.
Ricky,
honorable mentions. Kane 2001, eliminating at the time the most record. 2006, Rey Mysterio lasting 62 minutes 12 seconds. China 1999, being the first woman to enter the Rumble.
Yep.
2002, Maven eliminating The Undertaker, which I love Taker's reaction. He's like,
and the following year, he tries it again. It didn't work out too well.
And last but not least, just for comical reasons, R-Truth in 2016 getting the ladder on top of the ring.
Where's the briefcase?
The ladder, and there's the briefcase.
Great.
And Kane's like, what are you doing? Dog slam, bam, bye-bye.
You're not even in the match!
Oh, my bad. No? Sorry.
Damn, no. Sorry, man.
What happened last night was the complete lack of R-Truth.
Yeah, big time.
He should have came out after Brock just for comic relief.
Yes, like
that was.
Wait, I thought the match was still going. And at F5.
He should have pulled a Santino. Came out after McIntyre's elimination.
It's still one of the funniest moments in the lead into 2020 when he made Brock break character on Raw.
He got him. He got him there.
How many post Rumble eliminations were there? There was Santino. Wasn't Rusev one? Wasn't Rusev the one where
2015?
Yeah.
And Rusev bitched about that. He wasn't happy. Shut up, Rusev.
Shut up, Rusev. Go bang your wife. There was Virgil.
WWE except for the end.
There was Virgil after DiBiase was eliminated by Stud in '89.
Wait, he's entered 31.
Yeah, exactly. There goes the 31st man. Which technically is Rowe. It's the 30th guy, but neither here nor there. So.
Yeah. But now on to the actual list itself. So, me starting at number 10. It's already been mentioned.
Yes.
My number 10's already been mentioned. AJ Styles' debut in 2016. I'll never forget, I was at my brother Rue's house. This was actually like a week before he passed away. So I was at his house, me, him, and his girlfriend. We were watching this show. And I'll never forget jumping out of the fucking couch when AJ came out. I'm like, yes! Because I was one of those people who always wondered, what would it have been like if AJ was in WWE and he's still there 6 years later and is one of the best?
One of the best careers.
It doesn't feel like 6 years.
He's had a Hall of Fame run in just this 6 years.
Absolutely. And lasted a long time, like almost a half hour. Almost.
Till Owens dumped him out. Welcome to WWE!
Yep.
Nice little Ring of Honor crossover there. A little Ring of Honor rivalry.
Yep. And then we got a little bit of that last night with him and Rude last night. And
Yeah, we did. There's a TNA chant.
TNA.
That was pretty cool. But anyways, that's my number 10.
Glorious moment.
Mm-hmm.
James?
My number 10 is Maven eliminating The Undertaker in 2002. Because when you look at that, who the fuck saw that coming?
Yeah.
Nobody.
The favorites heading into that Royal Rumble were Triple H, Austin, Angle, and Undertaker. And Maven eliminating The Undertaker was on nobody's Rumble bingo card that year. Because Undertaker's dominating, he eliminated the Hardys, out comes Maven, it's like, oh shit, this is going to be about 4 seconds. Hardys come in again, they try to fight, they get eliminated again, get your ass out of my ring. Drop kick eliminated, the crowd goes fucking apeshit. And Maven had to do, he didn't have to do another thing the rest of his career because that was his moment.
That was all he ever had.
Try to do the same thing the year after, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he tried to do it again a year later, and then
he celebrated like, yeah, I did it again! And then he gets tossed.
Nope.
But just that moment of, oh shit. This rookie, the Tough Enough 1 winner, just eliminated The Undertaker?
Mm-hmm.
Show that it's not written in stone yet. We could say all we want about the Rumble, but it's not written in stone until we see it.
Yeah, that's my number 10.
Walter?
Before I give my number 10, just one more quick honorable mention that I forgot to throw on there. All the bad luck moments that Scotty 2 Hotty had in the Rumbles he was in.
Oh, yeah.
There's all times where something bad is going on, and he's the next guy to come in the ring.
Which was Taker and Kane? What was that? When was that?
01.
01.
Okay. They're in there by themselves. Here comes him, and that look on his face. It's like, thank God they were shooting from the waist up because shit in his pants. And then 2002, after Maven eliminated Undertaker, he beats up Scotty. After Muhammad Hassan got eliminated in 05, he beats up Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And didn't Kane beat up Scotty in 04 or something like that as well?
That was Spike.
No, that was Spike Dudley.
That was Spike.
Yeah.
And then 2000, where
he and Grandmaster and Rikishi dancing.
Well, that's another moment.
And then boom.
Honorable mention to that in 2000 with Rikishi, Grandmaster, and Scotty.
Or hell, another honorable mention. Speaking of 2000, the fucking faceplant from Taka in 2000 that they kept.
Another face planning.
Yeah.
Another one.
Last take over on the running gag.
Yeah.
So.
Last honorable mention. Snitsky eliminated the fuck out of Paul London with that clothesline.
Oh, yeah, clothesline.
He got in trouble for that.
Yep, he did. Got heat for that. Yep. Which was stupid.
But anyways, my number, back to the matter at hand. My number 10 is...
I lost the sound. I can't hear you.
Walter.
Redo it, Walter. We couldn't hear you.
Redo.
Your sound went out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Go ahead. Okay. Yep.
All right, number 10 is from last night, 2022. Mickie James' involvement in the Royal Rumble. Why? The first time ever a champion from another promotion, despite the fact she worked there before, it's irrelevant, a champion from another promotion coming over and working in the Royal Rumble and being acknowledged as the champion of that other company, her theme music and her gimmick from that other company as well. Never happened. It's the first time ever. So it's significant.
You're doing the Tom Clark. I like that. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. Holy shit.
What's up, motherfucker?
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Sorry. Yeah. I just got distracted. Sorry. Distracted by movement. But yes, definitely valid.
Scott.
The Forbidden Door, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, if you want to call it that. My number 10, I think it's kind of been mentioned. You can make the amalgam here, but it's all the Kofi Kingston avoidance of being eliminated, not including last night, of course. But I guess you can add that. You can add that to the montage of all the clips of him saving himself from the Rumble. And hey, law of average, you're going to get bits one time at least, and it happened last night. sucked to happen. And when it did happen, everyone in the building knew what happened because it was all on Kofi's face. Like, oh shit, I touched the floor, didn't I? And the refs are like,
"You're gone."
You're
The
Well,
guys in the
actually,
ring
you
are like,
know what I just thought of?
"Shit."
You know what I just thought of? They could turn this into a story for next year's Rumble. Can Kofi redeem himself
Yeah, they could.
and save himself next year?
Because apparently there
Yeah,
was supposed to be some spots
and,
between
correct
Kofi and
me,
Big E last
and,
night, so that all got thrown out and everything else. So
And I know I'm going off topic, but correct me if I'm wrong on this one. But if next year Dolph enters the Rumble, wouldn't he
No,
break?
Kane still
No.
got the record.
Not yet.
Kane's got 20. Kane's
ahead.
got 20. Because I know they don't count Yankum and Diesel too, but he's got 20.
technically, yeah.
It's like neck and neck with Dolph in terms of
Dolph's at 15.
Yeah, he's still got
what?
So he's got a while if it's going to happen. So yeah. So Kofi's avoiding elimination.
What about Orton? Doesn't he?
Orton's
No.
at 14.
14, yeah,
Okay.
because he was in
Kofi-
everyone.
Kofi's has been in 14 as well. I didn't even realize that. It's like, oh shit, he's been in that many.
Yep. So Kofi avoiding elimination montage, all those moments together. That's my number 10.
Ricky?
Ricky.
Santino Marella, 1.9 seconds from 09. The king of the universe crowd. I wasn't ready. I mean, talk about comical, talk about quickness, and I remember watching the Rumble again, and as Santino was going in, and the crowd, there's some guys with a Santino poster, and boom, 1.9 seconds later, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those things you never thought Warlord's record would ever be broken.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, unless for some weird miracle, I don't know.
Warlord had more hang time going back over the top rope from Hogan than apparently Santino did. That was the one deciding factor.
Yep.
All right, number 9.
That's number 9.
Number 9.
Nine. Oh yes.
My number 9.
9. Sorry.
My number 9 has already been brought up, and that's Three Faces of Foley, 1998. Nothing more, nothing less to be said. James?
There you go.
My 9 is Levi's 9. Three Faces of Foley, 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Walter?
My 9 is Levi's 10. AJ's debut.
Scott?
My 9 was somebody's honorable mention. 2008 Snuka v. Piper. Having that moment right there, like I said, I was at that Rumble, and oh yeah, it fucking meant a lot being in that building, in that city, to have those two legends face off with all the guys in the ring who probably at that time, I don't remember who was in the ring, we don't have to go through the roster, but whoever's in the ring was probably a fan of wrestling when those two first met in 83, 84. So all of them could just sit back and go, we're getting to see this is so cool.
Again! Yay!
Okay, now they're like, oh my god.
Eating cancer.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So having that moment was definitely a top 10 in my book. Ricky.
Somebody's honorable mention, but Edge coming back in 2020. 9 years after a career-threatening injury.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought he was going to come back ever to wrestle, but my God, when he did, the crowd went nuts. People started crying. Fans were, can't believe this is happening. It was the combination of 9 years. Edge finally came back to do what he loves to do the most.
And lasted to
And
the final
he's still
3.
kicking ass.
Yep.
And
he's still
that
kicking ass.
opened the door for a lot of other injured wrestlers with, quote, career-ending injuries to make
Mhm.
their return.
Daniel Bryan.
Like Corey Graves,
It already
you know,
happened.
he
but
got
still.
cleared.
Corey Graves.
Paige
I
is
got
get
cleared.
Yeah,
Paige
you
still trying to
you
get
wonder
cleared.
if Tyson Kidd will ever get cleared.
Mm.
That would be the
Maybe,
ultimate comeback.
maybe,
Yep.
or maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe I don't know.
Jason
Has Paige been, has Paige been cleared?
Not that
Anyone
I
know
know.
if she's
Don't know.
officially been cleared? Like, there's rumors, but of course it's
I
rumors.
don't know if it's been
But-
official.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she's making more money. She's probably making more money on Twitch now anyway. So what's the fuck
Yeah.
the point?
Yeah.
All right, number 8.
All right.
What?
My number 8.
Oh, okay. Gotta do the gimmick.
My number 8 has been brought up before. The Batista Cena McMahon saga of 2005.
To theaters.
And we were talking about this before we went on the air. I almost, in hindsight now, kind of wish they would have just had them tie, because they were both getting their title shots at Mania anyway, so no harm, no foul. But the fact that we now know that that was not in the cards, and we were talking about how Edge brought up the story, he was on his way back up and he turns around, oh shit, they're both gone. Oh. And Vince power walk. Tears his quad sliding in, gets up, tears the other, sitting down.
Fucking damn it! You had one fucking job.
Oh, can't move.
I can't feel my legs.
Lieutenant Diane.
But yeah, that's my number 8, the 2005 debacle. James?
My number 8 is Giant Gonzalez's debut eliminating The Undertaker from 1993.
Levi, you put your head in your hands, but at that time, it was like, holy shit, Ellie got
Actually,
Yeah.
no, my
No,
real number
yeah,
8.
yeah.
My real number 8's already been mentioned before. Kane's domination in 2001.
There you go.
A minute there, I was gonna shoot
Good one,
myself.
James. That was good. That was good.
I can't
That was
believe you
really
actually
good.
bought that,
I know,
Levi.
I was just like, are you...
We're getting to the point where we're all gonna give troll answers.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
Still,
Trolling,
like,
trolling,
ugh.
trolling. Keep them comments trolling, right? Walter.
My number 8 is a big one. It is a big deal. All right. It is Bo Dallas in the 2013 Royal Rumble, the first NXT champion in a Royal Rumble event.
Oh, leave!
I'm just. Nah, it's Kane in 2001.
Scott?
I mean, the more you joke about it, the more somebody out there that's actually their list. So joke's on you.
And those people are stupid.
You have a million people, and the million people are gonna have different lists.
Exactly.
Ricky's gonna have Bo Dallas on his list.
That's
Who's
his
number
number
3?
1.
Well, you people have already spoiled my number 1. So,
I'm sure we have.
It is significant because, yeah, he is the first NXT guy from NXT to compete in the Rumble. I mean, I was using it as a joke.
That's fine.
Nobody gave it shit, though, when he was in it.
No, back then, no. Nobody gave a shit.
yeah, this was before Bo got his character right. This was back when everybody just thought, Bo, get the
He was
fuck
just
out of here.
A new kid. Yeah, that was it. He's got a feud with Bradshaw.
And was very, very green at the time, too.
Oh, yeah, small, too. He was even smaller back then.
Oh, yeah.
He hadn't discovered food or gas yet. All right, so my number 8.
What the hell was that?
What the hell was that, pal?
Or Liv Morgan.
Yes,
Aha.
yeah, that's true. Yes, exactly. She's been passed around more than the joint in that locker room. All right, so number 8. Who said that? That wasn't me.
Levi?
No, it was Ricky.
I'm looking
Edit
down at you. Clip that.
Edit Levi saying that. That's him.
All right, my number 8. I got one that nobody's mentioned yet, I don't think. And I'm happy about this because I'm pretty sure everyone's probably going to have it, or at least a few of you. 1990, the face-off. Hogan Warrior.
Nice.
See, there it is. There it is. Yep, that was for that time frame to have those two guys have that moment. There was nothing bigger. They were the biggest stars in the company, biggest stars in the wrestling world at that time. To have that just quick little turn and that slow, deliberate, methodical set up to that, as Walter is like,
and this is before the time where big stars faced each other on television every week.
Yep. And the fact it was two baby faces.
And it was the WWF champion and the Intercontinental champion when the Intercontinental Championship fucking mattered.
All that stuff in there. So, yeah, that's my number 8.
Ricky.
You're welcome.
Been mentioned AJ Styles debuting in 2016. I remember watching this Rumble. Me and my sister this was her first Royal Rumble. And when the music hit, we're like, she asked me, who is it? I'm like, I have no idea. The camera shows to the ring, to the entrance. I'm like, is that? Oh my god, it's AJ Styles! My sister was like, who's AJ Styles? You're kidding me, bro!
Next thing
I
you know,
was-
I'm gonna have to tie you down and make you watch the TNA matches.
You're such a casual.
No, but she was, I think she was 15 at the time, 16. No, but that was 6 years ago. So 12 at the time. She was 12 at the time. She was barely getting into wrestling. But she saw my excitement. It was like, is he good? He's fucking amazing. And then
He's
in the
phenomenal.
match with,
How dare you not know
And then you
who
got
this
told to watch
person
the
is?
Mm-hmm.
Ricky,
Worst-
watch your mouth.
Shit.
Fine, I'll try not to
Yeah.
curse for 5 seconds. Fuck, I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
watch your fucking mouth.
I know, man.
Oh, jeez, fuck me. God
Watch
damn it.
Watch your cunting and whoring language there.
My number 7.
Cockadoodie poopy.
Mocha Chewbacca.
What?
Mocha Chewbacca.
Like titty
I thought you
caca.
said- I
It's
thought
like
you said
titty
I
caca.
thought you said something else. I was like, oh,
Oh, that Boca Chica Baca, it's an old inside joke. That got me so good. I love you. Thank you. It's just not a word. I love you. That was so good. Go ahead.
I was
I'm
like,
sorry. I'm
All I
really mad. I
heard-
can't stop.
All I heard was blah, 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 blah. Oh, God, now Scott's about to piss
you know
us
what
off.
I heard? I heard chupa la vaca. I was like, suck the cow. I was like, what the fuck?
Chupacabra.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn, I mean, talk about getting your milk that way, but okay, everyone.
Anyway, Levi's number 7 is hard nipples.
All right, we're back. Holy
My number
shit, that was
7
good.
moment. I can't. I can't.
Sausage nipples.
My number 7 is when Mae Young exposed her tits in 2000.
Dude.
I got Walter.
Dude. Scott has that disappointed dad look.
Yep. Oh, I'm so used to doing that with Levi.
Son, who's not my son.
Boy,
Shame this man.
I teach you better than that. I taught you better than that, boy. Why do I sound like Foghorn Leghorn all of a sudden?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I say.
That boy is so dumb, he thinks the Mexican border pays rent.
Oh, God. And now Ricky's dead
I love
again.
that joke. I love that joke.
Anyway, your real
Anyway,
number
your
7.
number 7,
Ricky,
go ahead.
if you need to cry in your pillow, go ahead.
Go on.
I've broken everybody after that. Anyways, my actual
Dude.
number 7 has been
Dude.
brought up.
Poopy trim.
My actual number 7. My actual
Diarrhea.
number Jesus Christ.
All right. Number 7.
Number 7, go.
My actual
Never
number
going to get through
7
this show.
No, we're not.
While we're young.
While we're Mae Young.
Come on. I was trying to be cool and make a troll, but for God's sake. My number 7, it's already been brought up, and that's Edge returning in 2020. I mean, who would have thought after he retired 9 years prior that he would ever come back? And he's still going strong to this day. And we'll talk more about him when we talk about the show from last night as far as where do we see him going from here. But I digress. James?
But I digest.
Dude, my number 7 is Edge returning in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Walter?
My number 7, I think it's kind of the elimination was brought up, but I don't think the actual performance was brought up. Brock Lesnar, Royal Rumble 2020. It was basically Brock Lesnar, this is your life. That was the best thing. It was also, in my opinion, I know everyone brings up Kane. I think this was the most dominant performance in Royal Rumble history still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the ring was never like full of guys for Brock to throw out. He took care of them one at a time. That's
Each
how
one was almost
made
an
it different.
individual match. And there was some standout moments. Keith Lee came out and stood his own. Braun Strowman stood his own.
Yep. Shelton Benjamin and him. Yep.
Shelton Benjamin was great. They all laughing like, hey, you know, because they're all pals and all that. And then it, Ricochet got some shine, and at the end though, it got McIntyre over. So
yeah, huge.
Scott.
My number 7 is 2019 Becky Lynch getting in the Rumble match, because without that, we don't get WrestleMania. Basically, she'd already been becoming the man. She was already getting that whole storyline going there, and Lana comes out. Snavet's favorites, put her down. Becky, I want her spot. Go get it, and there you have it. So, without that moment, we don't have the main event of WrestleMania as big as it is, in my opinion. So, that's mine.
Ricky.
My number 7 is Hurricane trying to chokeslam Stone Cold and Triple H to a Rumble.
Goozle, double goozle.
This guy.
And then Austin and Triple H just look at each other. It's like, yeah, let's get rid of them.
Yeah.
All right, fuck this
And then start fighting again.
Yeah, then start fighting again. Get the fuck out of here.
Seriously, my number 7 is Cena coming back and winning the Rumble 2008.
4.
4.
30 Madison Square Garden.
I was there.
God, I know you were there, but where's the shirt? You need to have a shirt. I was there.
I was there.
You didn't have those back then.
Yeah.
Cena coming back, winning the Rumble. Nobody thought he was gonna come back in that short amount of time, which was
3 months.
4 months.
It was 3.5 months. He was supposed to be gone another 6.
Cena.
Yeah.
But yep, my number 7, Cena coming back and winning the Rumble in 08.
My number 6 is similar to Hogan Warrior, except the Attitude Era version. Rock Austin 2001. Their stare down, and the crowd was like, oh shit. Basically asking the crowd, do you want to see this match for WrestleMania? And it was
Shit,
great.
yeah, we want to see this again.
Right? So yeah, just that moment, like after several guys were gone and it was just a few guys left and they're across the ring from one another in the corner, Austin with the bloody face and Rock like, oh shit, are we gonna do this? And the rest is history. James?
My number 6 has not been mentioned by anybody yet. 2007, The Final 2 with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Because, I mean, you look at it. It's the first time they had any interaction in 9 years. Shawn eliminates both Rated RKO. They're both out. Sit up, kip up. They have about a 10-minute match, and it was great. Greatest Final 2 in Rumble history.
Yep.
2 Texas wrestlers in Texas, and it was Shawn's hometown. And when I was talking about Rumble 07 this past week, I came to mind, what if Triple H never got injured? That probably would have been Undertaker and Triple H.
Butterfly effect.
But it was one of those, God struck Triple H down and tore his other quad.
Yeah. Walter?
Number 6?
Yep.
My number 6 is the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble in its entirety because of the groundbreakingness of it. You know, this Royal Rumble had been around for, this would be 30 years. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 30 years.
Yep. 30 years. Not a single even a consideration of a Women's Royal Rumble. And of course, the women's revolution there made it happen. And it was
the first.
They put a lot of pride into it. It was the first time.
It was the first time they had enough women to actually do a Rumble match.
Right.
Yep.
And it closed the show, didn't it?
Because that was Ronda's debut.
Right. There you go. And Asuka
and the sign didn't melt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there is that.
We'll talk about later.
Fans, you wanted Pyro back. This is what you get.
Yep.
Hope you're happy. It's your fault,
Scott.
bastards. I'm right there with Walter, but specifically 2018, the return of Trish Stratus. I mean, as the top female star in the company, and I hear groans from James, so we might be.
Yep.
No, here's my
Perfect number 30, the surprise, the factor. All the groans. So,
Because we love Trish.
exactly. You know, 'cause
Who
we
doesn't love Trish?
And just the fact that you get her in the ring with the new generation of women's wrestlers, the new superstars, all the Sasha and her, and everything that happens with it. It's just an iconic moment. Call back to Mickey happens too, and just all the history summed up into that match that leads on to eventually Charlotte and Trish and so forth and stuff like that. So definitely a memorable moment to say the least.
Ricky.
number 6 is from 2017. The stare down between Goldberg and The Undertaker.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a big moment.
I never thought that was ever going to happen. For years, we were like, what would happen if Taker and Goldberg one-on-one? It would have been an amazing match. And
we found out.
Even though the stare down should have happened 15 years earlier.
Yep. There you go.
But besides all jokes,
I'm
that
having
moment,
fucking terrible flashbacks now. Thanks, Ricky.
Do you have a concussion now too?
but
Yes.
He's having them Vietnam flashbacks.
Exactly.
Fucking flashback. Walter's not even paying attention. He's the only one that'll get that reference.
But
Flashback.
that was a moment that we never thought we were gonna have, that we were ever gonna get, and that was Taker's last Rumble match, if you remember. That was his final Rumble match in San Antonio as well. And this is a side story. The night after that Raw, it was in my hometown. That's the same night Samoa Joe made his debut. So I was there when
and fucked up Seth's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are you okay? No, you fucked my knee up.
That's what he was thinking. You okay? I hope so. Whoops.
You fucking almost cost me my WrestleMania match, god damn it.
All right, now to the top
number
five. My number 5 is one that hasn't been brought up yet. Triple H returning and winning 2002.
Yeah.
Even though he showed up on Raw a few weeks prior at the beginning of the month, but in-ring return.
It was still his return.
And won the match. Yeah, predictable as hell, but it was the right call. It was the right call. And
it was the feel-good, fan favorite moment to have happen.
Yeah.
One of the odds-on favorites to win the whole thing.
He was the favorite heading into that. Once he returned, even at 9 years old, it's like, yeah, Triple H is winning the Rumble.
Right. And me at 7? Yeah, at 7.
No, actually, I was at 10 then, but whatever. Still.
Yeah.
Just numbers.
Yeah. James?
My number 5's already been mentioned, but the ultimate encounter between Hulk Hogan and the Warrior. Just, they go through everybody, and then it's just them. And I kind of almost wish it was Gorilla and Jesse on the call that night, and not Jesse and Tony.
Yeah.
Because that would have made it way more over the top.
I agree.
Because it's like, oh shit, what's going to happen now? And they do nothing and everything at the same time. It was great.
Yeah. That's what being over gets you. You can do nothing and do everything, just like James said. Very well put.
Walter?
My number 5 is the finish to 2005 with Cena and Batista. Again, something that's never happened. Where a mistake where they have to improvise on the fly. So, yeah.
Scott?
My number 5, again, has not been mentioned. It's 2015, but not the winning of the Rumble. What pissed off Philadelphia the most that night?
Oh, jeez.
Getting eliminated.
Daniel Bryan being eliminated from the Rumble. And the show was fucked from that moment.
Shattered dreams. The next words you saw on the Tron.
He should have never been in that Rumble
in the match. Yeah.
They should have not brought him back until after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just, everything that happens after he's eliminated, Rey Mysterio gets booed for fuck's sake.
But actually, that was the year before when Bryan was in the match, and everyone was thinking Bryan was coming out at 30 and winning, and then Rey comes out.
Yep. Still.
And mind you, they were the year before that. Or no, the fans were cheering for. They wanted Roman to win. They were
out of spite because they didn't want Batista to win.
Right.
Then they booed the shit out of Roman in 2015.
And The Rock got booed.
And even The Rock couldn't help him. And The Rock knew it. You just see that look. He raised his arm. And
he's looked so angry and confused.
Well, this ain't gonna work.
Rock's not angry. Rock's more like, oh, you don't like this. Okay. All right, well, I got a job to do, so I'm going to do my job. Then we're going to cut a promo afterward, and I got to go back to Hollywood and make a couple more movies. So, yeah. So, still a memorable moment. Whether it's good or bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, it's memorable.
Look what look where we are today now with Roman.
Acknowledge me.
Ricky?
5 hasn't been mentioned, and I'm pretty sure everyone is going to have it in the list. 1992, Ric Flair winning the world title.
Who?
I didn't even put it because that was my favorite Royal Rumble match from our last top 10, so I didn't put any of those on my list. But yeah, it definitely belongs on the list.
Can I say about it? Flair lasting almost an hour at number 3.
Yeah.
Enough. So hold on.
With a tear in my eye. Fuck you, Jim Crockett.
Fuck you, Jim Herd.
Jim Herd, that was it. Thank you.
Yeah, well.
This event, he couldn't even say the Rumble. I was like, dude, you work for the fucking company. You could have
put that cigarette out.
Put that cigarette out.
Right there. Nice.
Right. My now on to number 4. My number 4 has already been brought up. Taker Shawn, final 2 of 07. There you go. James?
My number 4 has been mentioned. Cena returning in 08. Nobody saw that coming. And anybody that says they did, they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Because John was supposed to be... He was supposed to be gone 9 months. He returned in a little under 4. And got a huge-ass ovation.
Only for a few minutes later, fans realized, oh, wait, we don't like this guy.
We still hate him. Like,
that was the hypocrisy of the fans.
You can't take it back.
Nope. You did it. You popped. Like, hey, oh, shit, we're supposed to hate you. Fuck you.
That's sorry. But still, great fucking moment.
I'm sorry. Was that my cue? Can we read it? All right, do it again. Sorry about that. One more time.
Edit that. Now it's in.
Ooh, how does he do that? SpongeBob reference.
Get back on the ship. It's still a mystery. Those guys are dorks. Yes, but they're my dorks. All right, Walter.
4 comes from 2019, the first ever Casino Battle Royal from AEW, Double or Nothing.
Now we're going too far.
Yes. No. Hey, it's technically a Rumble. Technically. Sort of. Kinda. In another company.
I had to troll. We hadn't trolled him a little bit, so I had to put one in there. My number 4 was Cena, and Cena's return in 2008.
Yep. And so was mine. It was my number 4 as well. Because I was there.
Ricky.
HBK 1995 at number 1, winning the whole thing.
Solidifying the 2 feet must touch the floor.
1 feet of Shawn Michaels hit the floor.
Yep. My number 3, Cena's return in '08, yeah, supposed to have been out 6 months to a year, I remember they first said. Comes back in less than 4 to a massive pop, and yeah, like I said, only for the fans to realize, hey, we forgot we hate this guy, boo! But can't take it back, people. You popped and you cheered the guy, so thank you.
Fuck you.
James?
All right, my number 3 has been mentioned, sorta, kinda split up, but mine, the first 26 minutes, 24 seconds of the 2020 Royal Rumble, where Brock dominated for the first, eliminating 13 in a row. Then Ricochet comes out, then Drew comes out, low blow, Claymore kick, and the pop goes, and the crowd goes fucking crazy.
Knocking futs.
Like, and then you knew, it's like, yeah, Drew's winning, he's going to face Brock, and he's winning the belt.
Yep.
And that's how you make a star right there. 13 people had to die for Drew to get over. And it was great.
Walter?
My number what we got? 3?
3.
Edge's return in 2020, already been mentioned.
Scott?
Yeah, all the rest of mine have already been mentioned too. My number 3 is AJ's debut in 2016.
Ricky?
I mean, just a just a real fact to bring up. Just the fact that you never thought it was going to happen. And I got to be honest with you, when it happened, I didn't like it. I thought it was the bad move. Just to have him show up as the third entrant in the Rumble, because you didn't know what they were going to do with him at the time. And let's face it, anytime that there's new talent on the roster, me and Walter had countless conversations about this. So-and-so is going to make it to the main roster. Everything's going to be good if they use them right. And you were nervous, at least I was nervous about AJ's, what they were going to do with him, because he was never a WWE guy, TNA, Japan, didn't go to NXT, came right to the main roster on a big show in a prominent spot. And, of course, they fucked up the entrance with the direction, of course, because all you see is
Roman
doing that, looking confused. It's like, nah, thanks, guys, for screwing that up. But as my camera screws up. But, yeah, so...
One thing also, Scott and I had zero faith in Kevin Owens when they announced zero faith.
Yeah, because we were totally sure he was not going to fit the mold. He was not going to work. Nothing. They weren't going to let him be him. Well, we were wrong on that one.
7 years later.
7 years later, he's still there, kicking ass, doing great stuff. And same with AJ. I was totally wrong on the way they debuted him. It worked. It made sense, and gave him a hell of a fucking run. 6 years, like you said, it's still fucking going strong. So good for him.
If AJ would have won one title, I would have been like, well, he overachieved. He wins the WWE title 9 months in. And then he has a second run for a year. Yep. Like, holy shit.
And was it 2017 Rumble that he had the match with Cena?
Yeah. When he lost his first belt. That's one of the best matches in Rumble history. In terms of title matches.
Yep,
definitely. Like, for Mr. TNA, he's done all right.
One more wrong take that Scott and I both had when the Shield formed. We said Seth Rollins was the Buddy Roberts of the group.
Yes, we did. Of the group, yes, he was the Buddy Roberts of the group. Once he broke out, boom, he became.
It's like I swore Seth was not going to ever be anything out of the Shield, and he was the first to win a world title.
Yep, and they did a great job of
Ambrose. I'm like a combat zone guy. What are they going to do with him?
And who's this new kid? Who's this new guy that's never worked in?
Roman
He ain't going to be nobody.
Oh, he's Sika's kid? Well, he's going to get pushed.
All right, fine.
And all 3 of them became world champions.
All 3. Yep. And all the same night,
Not to mention, in one night, they were all world champions. Money in the Bank. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Roman entered champion. Rollins beat him for the belt. Then Ambrose cashed in. And
that was 6 years ago as well.
Good Lord.
How scary is that, man?
Time fucking flies.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. All right, go ahead. I rambled too long on that one. Ricky, go
Number
for it.
3.
My number 3 is Mil Máscaras entry in the 97 Royal Rumble.
No one eliminates me. No,
I eliminate myself.
Talk about revolutionary. A Mexican wrestler in the Rumble eliminates his fucking self. No, but seriously,
he doesn't want to look weak, but he looks stupid.
As I pointed this out before, I can see Mil Mascaras explain to Pritchard while they're booking the match. See, nobody throws me out in this match. And I can see Bruce be like, "Yeah, sure, Mil, do whatever you want." Sean Austin, I need to see you for a few.
Yeah, I'm missing mention the comparison between Mil Máscaras and Bruce. Like Mil Máscaras in Spanish. Nadie me tira. Yo me voy a tirar solo. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Mil Máscaras. Do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want, Mil. Do whatever you want.
Hey, Sid, I need some softball lessons.
I can see Vince stop like Bruce. Oh God, I forgot what a pain in the ass Mil Mascaras is.
Who the hell built Mascaras? I didn't want him here. Who the hell is he?
Why the hell did I do this deal?
Yeah.
Well, my father never booked him. Oh my God, let him do what he wants. He's just not winning. Just let him do what he wants. And don't touch Austin.
Number 3, the Cena Batista debacle in 2005. First time in history that was supposed to happen. I mean, they could have either had both of them do the whole Rumble again, which that's an option, which has never been done before.
Redo the entire Rumble and sit through another hour.
All right, everybody, come back out.
Restart.
Okay, go back. God damn it, we're starting from the
think
start.
about it. I mean,
What? Eddie, get your asses out here.
Beat the shit out of Pewter again.
Like the first time. What are you doing?
Hey, Peter, welcome to the business again.
Again.
And then let's all throw Muhammad Hassan out in 50 seconds again.
Yep.
but I mean, the fact that Vince tore both his quads and just stood there in the ring like a child, like, why did this happen? God damn it!
And he has a boat named the Sexy Bitch.
That's right.
But anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Number 2.
All right, my number 2, it's been mentioned. Hogan Warrior, the face-off in 1990. James.
My number 2, Ric Flair going the distance in 92. Great moment. Him going backstage and pretty much saying, "Fuck you, Jim Hurt," on live pay-per-view.
Yep.
Walter.
This is the belt that matters.
My number 2 is Levi's number 2, Hogan and Warrior, the show to the face-off.
Scott.
My number 2 has already been mentioned. 2005, Batista, Cena, double elimination. Vince comes out, tears his quads. What the fuck? Still a big what the fuck moment and botch moment in the history of the business.
Ricky.
Hogan Warrior, 1990.
Which brings us to my number 1. You bastards brought up Drew Carey in 2001.
Is that not your number 1?
The greatest celebrity cameo in company history. I can't even lie.
Johnny Knoxville last night.
Knoxville did pretty good last night. I gotta be honest.
He did.
Pretty good.
Knoxville did
We'll
really
get
fucking
there.
good.
We'll
talk about it.
We'll get there.
get to
Hashtag talk about that later.
But my number 1, in actuality, because fuck that Drew Carey moment. My number 1, I'm still pissed about that to this day. I don't care.
Wow.
My number 1, Ric Flair going an hour, winning the title with a tear in my eye. James.
Greatest moment of my life.
Put that cigarette out. My number 1 is the end of the 95 Rumble, 1 foot. I mean, prior to that, it was never, ever said both feet touch. It was over the top and onto the floor. And then Shawn just 1 foot, and he comes back in, eliminates Bulldog. He goes the distance. Yeah, it was like a 38-minute Rumble, but still, it's the first time a number 1 started and went all the way to the end to win. And you kind of figured that, looking at the field, you kind of figured Shawn was going to win that Rumble.
Yeah.
Bulldog, but
Bulldog just came back, so yeah.
And Bulldog was not a main eventer. Not a main eventer here in the States.
Walter?
My number 1 is the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yes!
Not even trying now. You're not even trying.
You're not even trying.
Okay, number 1 is Bastion Booger no-showing.
Dude, okay, that was it. That's number 1. Yeah.
My number 1 is Flair. My number 1 is Flair 92, winning in 92.
Scott?
My number one is Edge's return in 2020, because I'm sorry, there is nothing. I can't think of another moment where the entire wrestling world was like united in being happy about something that nobody thought was ever going to fucking happen. Nobody believed it. Nobody ever contemplated the idea that it was going to happen. There were rumors, of course, and rumors are rumors. You can't fucking believe everything. But the fact, 21, 2 seconds of silence, you think you know me, that freaking crowd goes absolutely ape shit. And it was the first time in a long time I was watching, and I legit went like that. And that, like, boom, that hit me there too. So
The one bad thing about that is they missed the spear.
miss the spear, but that's ancillary to the fact when he walks, and that other moment too, where he walks through the smoke with that look on his face, like, fucking did it. I got here. This is happening. This is real. And
Them telling the story of triple
Everything.
fusion.
Which leads to, you know, which led to the match with Orton, you know, a year or so later, and of course the main event of WrestleMania last year with the triple threat, the three guys that never thought would be coming back to the business, they all did in one match. So that was the catalyst for that stuff, and to me, that makes it the biggest moment in Rumble history. Ricky.
Probably in my mind, the greatest moment in Rumble history, a moment in time with I never thought we'd ever see this. Beth Phoenix eliminating the Great Khali from the Royal Rumble.
You're not even trying.
I think everybody stopped trying after I brought up Mae Young's
Okay,
tits.
the Giant Gonzalez one was trying. And to be fair, that was actually not that bad of a moment.
Mhm.
But
In hindsight, yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, Taker Shawn 07, a match within a match. I've talked about it the last time I was here. Enough said.
Undertaker breaking 2 curses in one night.
His own curse.
If you think about it.
30 curse.
Yep. First number 30, and the first time something actually good happened to him at a Royal Rumble event.
In the curse, because after Taker won the Rumble, until Sheamus won the world title, nobody won the title at WrestleMania. You think about it. Cena didn't win the title. Randy didn't win the title. Edge didn't win the title. The Real didn't win the title. I wasn't until Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan 18 seconds to win the Rumble. So another curse added. But yeah.
And the thing with Taker is, like, nothing good happened to him after winning the Rumble either.
Mm-hmm.
So, now time to put together the finalists. I think safe to say, we'll figure out the order, but the safe ones that are guaranteed in are Edge's return, Taker Shawn,
Flair,
Warrior,
Flair,
and Cena's return. I think those are the 5.
Those are definitely the top 5 right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and
the first half of the 2020 Rumble.
Yeah, I've completely forgot about that, but that should have been on my list.
That one too. Kane, you know, one.
That would be
Kane in
lower.
01. A lot of people had that. Yeah.
Same with
3 Faces of Foley.
Same with Cena, Batista, McMahon 05.
Yeah, that should be in there too.
That should be like
had
6.
That somewhere.
That would be 6. So yeah, 3 Faces of Foley, Kane. What about
the first Women's Rumble?
Yeah, I think the overall first Women's
Rumble,
Rumble 2018 should
general.
would definitely be a big moment.
Oh man,
Santino. No.
Snooka Piper.
Why do I say 20? Yes, Snooka
Yeah, we
Piper.
could do Snooka Piper.
That would be number 10.
It's in there.
That would be 10.
Yeah, I'd go like number 10.
Like a safe number 10. Then for the last one,
Maven.
Mabel eliminating The Undertaker?
I mean, I have 3. I have 3 in mind that could go in there, like Maven eliminating Taker. Maybe Rock
6.
Austin stare down in 01, and Ray from 06. Or no, AJ's debut.
Yeah, AJ's debut.
I forgot. Yeah, that needs
That
to
actually be in there too.
I'd say that I think we got the 10 right there. So
Yeah,
Right.
I think that makes sense.
Now
The
the
shadow
order,
called cumulative top 10 is...
now the order. I think
Say Hogan Warrior #1. I'm gonna say it right now.
Honestly,
Flair won.
I think Flair
I think
winning the
Flair-
Rumble should be #1.
Hogan Warrior.
Then
2.
Hogan Warrior.
Yeah.
Warrior 2, I think.
And then I would go with Edge's return.
Edge's return.
Then
Then 2005. You think?
I was
Or
gonna
you
say
could put that
then
later.
I
Put
would
that
say
later.
We have
I would say
07 on the
Cena's
list?
return. We have 07. That would be
Okay.
5,
Yeah.
and then number 6 be 2005. And
Okay.
then after that, I would go with for number 7. I
AJ's
think that would
debut.
be AJ's debut.
8 would be the Women's Rumble.
Then 3 Faces of Foley, and then
Then
Piper
and
Snuka.
then Piper Snuka. There you go. That's a good list. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be mixed and matched and all that stuff, but I think
In all
those 10
honesty,
moments summarize some of the biggest ones in the history of the pay-per-view.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Easy peasy done dusted. So, the
Mhm.
final top 10 for top 10 Royal Rumble match moments at number 10. Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka collide in 2008. Number 9. 3 Faces of Foley in 1998. Number 8. The first ever Women's Royal Rumble match in 2018. Number 7 was AJ Styles debuting in 2016. Number 6, John Cena and Batista fuck up the ending of 2005 and Vince McMahon tearing both quads in 2005. Number 6, we have
Number 5.
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. The greatest final 2 of all time in 2007. Number 4, John Cena returns and wins in 2008. Number 3, Edge returns after retirement in 2020. Number 2, the stare down between Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior in 1990. And number 1, with a tear in his eye, the 60-minute man, Ric Flair becomes WWF champion, 1992.
Was there?
And I did actually find out what Okerlund was who was he referring to for the put that cigarette out. It was
Who?
Pat.
Oh,
Flair revealed it on one of those ad-free show streams.
no shit. Oh, okay.
He was streaming they were doing the 92 Rumble match, and somebody asked him, who was he talking to, or was that ad-lib? No, he was talking to Pat Patterson about it.
I always thought that was Gene trying to cover Rick having a tear in his eye. It was from the smoke. But anyway.
But now,
So, there was a show last night we can talk about.
now
Yeah.
time for the second half of this episode where we talk last night's Royal Rumble 2022. So, overall,
I thought it was a good show. It was a good show.
Okay.
It
was
Let's
an okay
relax
show.
here. It was nowhere near as bad as people are talking
No.
about on Twitter.
no,
Oh,
it
It's
wasn't.
But
not
it
the
was
worst
good.
show of all time, but at the same time, it's not one of the
not
best
that
shows
great.
either.
No, I never said that, but I
like
think
I
it's
would
still a
say-
solid show. I enjoyed it.
I would say it's like I said before we went on. It's like there's nothing technically wrong with the show, but not a whole lot about the show stood out to me.
Was anyone entertained? Was anyone
I
entertained?
really enjoyed the opener.
Yeah,
Mhm.
To me, I enjoy the Rumble. This Rumble was not the best, but not the worst. This was
it's like in the middle.
in the middle.
If I was going to do our usual thing, my favorite match would be Roman and Rollins. My
Yes.
least favorite was the women's championship match, unfortunately, just because the
Yes.
crowd was distracted by pyro.
Yes.
The sleeper was the women's rumble itself, and the shocker
Yeah.
was Ronda actually making the
Yeah.
return. So
I'd pretty much be on the
Yep.
same boat.
Yeah,
That would be
pretty
my
much that
thing.
too.
Mhm.
Actually, shocker to me was Rollins coming out to the Shield thing.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
that was great.
That was great.
Storytelling. Brilliant
That,
story.
And see, now you can't really go back Rollins as a babyface.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I mean-
who wants to boo him now?
you
No.
can't. He's just too entertaining now. He's finally a
Which, honestly-
character.
He took
Which-
that ass kicking, and now it's
And laughed about it. It was so good.
Which I'll bring it up. Oh, God, not the fucking mechanical circus clown laugh again. Oh, Seth, I love you, but why do you have to laugh like that?
And you know, when Sid was coming to the ring, Pat McAfee mentioned Mox. I was like,
Yep.
to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. For a minute there, I thought, oh my God, what if
I did
Mox
too.
facing the Rumble?
I did too. Me and Walter were going back and forth about that. Like,
And then, of
it's
course,
the
Cole
one-
said Ambrose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it was the one
That was
missing
the,
piece.
Of
That
the
was
story,
the only
yeah.
guy. That was the only guy who would have been able to justifiably involve himself in that match.
Yes,
hmm
and it would have been awesome.
If he just run in, DDT
Enter-
both guys, and ran out, that's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Could you have imagined the buzz that would have created?
Ooh.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
If you saw the buzz from Nicky James in the Rumble, this
Would have been
would've
that
broken.
times 50.
Just hit the
Dirty
Death Rider
deeds on
DDT.
both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, just hit with both of them and
Honestly-
swear and say a bunch of bad words and tell them to go fuck themselves and then run.
And that's it. Yeah.
I wish Rollins could have done the dirty deeds. That's a little wink to Rollins.
Like
to
a wink.
Ambrose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
would've
wish he
been
could have
there.
done
Would've been
that
fine.
because it felt that, you know, it's about the Shield. You're missing one ingredient. You're missing Moxley.
You're missing the
I-
voice of the Shield.
I like calling it the Death Rider because of the Anthrax song. So,
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, that match, Rollins and Reigns, I thought was a very damn good match between these two. Great match, I'll even say.
And the
finish made sense.
Yes,
Exactly.
I know a lot of
Mhm.
people were upset about the finish. I think that made perfect sense because I'll bring it up again when we get to the Rumble, the men's Rumble.
Because we still have
Uh-uh.
2 months of booking left till Mania.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why.
And also, Rollins pissed off Reigns enough where it's like, you know, I don't care about a win. Just as long as I keep my belt, I'm going to
Right.
choke this motherfucker out.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then
I
beat
was
the
a-
shit out of him with a
that was-
chair.
Mhm.
That was Roman's first loss in, my God,
A year and a half.
One-on-one loss.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
one-on-one loss, probably in like 2 years.
yeah.
Which adds to the reunification of him and Paul. You know, it was the one missing piece for him. He knows without that, I can't focus. I need focus. I was so off focus with this match. Rollins got in my head. How did he do this? He can't do this to me. Drives him to the point where I'm not letting go. That was another great subtlety in this match. Let it go, let it go. He won't let me let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. From
Yes!
Yeah.
Rollins
Loved
was
it.
like, let him go, man. Let him
And
go.
Little Nate
Just
was
those-
begging
For a
him to
minute.
stop.
Little
For a
Nate said,
Three,
For a minute.
four,
For a
Forever.
minute.
five.
For
And
a
that
minute.
four was
there-
forever.
Yep.
For a minute
Yeah.
there, I think Charles was gonna get a tear. Let him go, man. Let him
Mhm.
go.
Let him go, please.
Yeah, but Roman's line there made all of it come together. Well, he won't let me let it go. It's like AEW fans. That's how you fucking tell a story. Kiss my
Exactly.
Yeah,
look,
but stories don't matter.
ass. Right.
That's how you build a story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
That was
they
so good.
could have another match at the Elimination Chamber because reasons.
You could,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll go ahead.
Well, okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna
you're
go
gonna-
ahead. I'm gonna
Go
go ahead
there.
and say it. I'm skipping ahead. So with Brock winning the Rumble match, I don't see them doing one-on-one. I see them doing a triple threat. I see they're going to go down the same route they did in 04 when, you know, Shawn didn't lose last man standing. It was a draw. In his mind, he's still the number one contender, and he'll do anything he can to get in the match. And he did. I think we're going to get a similar story here. Ron's going to do anything he can to get.
And it's like,
another
in
champ,
this case,
and we get a triple
Rollins won the match.
He won the
Did
match.
they even announce a finish? Who won?
I don't
or
even remember they
whatever?
did. Honestly,
No.
I don't think
No.
they ever really did that. That's
No.
an even better point.
Just
So-
assuming that Rollins won by DQ.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Rollins wins by DQ. He should get a rematch. But Brock wins the Rumble. Well, what do? Let's go back to WrestleMania 31 where it all started with these three guys.
Yeah.
Let's start telling that story, that history. Let's go to WrestleMania 32 when the building that they're going to this year booed Roman out of the fucking building at the main event. Let's tell
And who
that
was
part
sitting
of the
up
story.
in the press box at that show?
Seth.
Mhm.
Yep.
So there is so much story.
You got
here
money
to
with
tell.
this. You got money with
It's
doing a triple
brilliant.
threat with these three.
If they're going to do like an elimination chamber in Saudi Arabia, Seth wins it, whatever. I don't know. But,
I see the chamber.
if even necessary.
I say the chamber match. That's
For
going to
the Raw?
determine who's
Who
gonna
faces
face
Bobby.
Lashley.
Bobby.
Yeah.
I was mentioned last night, possibly Drew. Get the
I can
rematch.
see Seth winning Elimination Chamber with Roman assuming he's going to face Bobby. He'd be like, I don't have to worry about Seth Rollins anymore. He's got Bobby
Right,
Lashley.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want your match. You know.
Yep.
And I can challenge anybody.
Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Seth's going to challenge Braun Breaker.
Dude, no. Seth is going to challenge Dana Brooke for the 24/7 title.
Yes.
Which, speaking of Dana Brooke,
I'll have that match, please.
Yes.
which speaking of Dana Brooke, we get into the women's Rumble match now. Yeah, you had a lot of different people. I love that Ivory came out with the right to
In RTC.
RTC.
That was
Well
pretty
done.
funny.
Well
And she
done.
wouldn't stop talking even after
my-
elimination. How dare you?
A lot of cool cameos. I love they gave Melina the full entrance.
Full entrance. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Ricky's
Melina,
frozen.
Ricky's frozen. And Melina, dude, she looking thick. Nice.
Yeah, she's looking good, but I can't stand her any further than I could throw her.
Hey,
Don't worry. I got something I can put in her mouth to shut her up. But
There you go.
there you go.
Yep.
Aha! There you go.
She was moved. She was moved to tears. She was giving
Yeah.
Sasha,
The thing there.
Sasha
Yep.
was trying her best to play along and
Yep.
show. I'm sure she hugged her backstage.
Oh yeah.
But,
Oh yeah.
But it was a nice moment for Melina. Of course, yeah, she got dumped a minute into the match, but
Yep. Ricky's back.
Gail,
Yeah.
Gail Kim had to go on Twitter and bitch about because Gail Kim, despite the fact nobody ever heard of her, despite thanks to WWE, people know who she is. Still has to bitch about the company. Sour grapes every day.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Fuck Gail Kim. Anyways.
Oh, would I ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she's still a twat.
So
I wouldn't want to bang a twat.
wait, what?
Wait. Actually,
What did you
hold
just
on.
say? Clip that. Clip that. Clip that.
Now we have something for the end of the year montage.
Oh my god.
Mark this moment. That is it. That's number one. That is the best thing I ever
Oh
heard.
my god. Son of a bitch.
Anyway,
Why did I
Anyway,
curse
Levi.
myself? But I was gonna say, speaking of twat, did any of you catch Rhea Ripley saying like, "Get out of my ring, you little twat"?
I did
No,
hear
she
that.
said twit. She said twit.
I heard
Twit, dude.
Wait,
Because you heard it
what?
wrong. You heard it wrong with her accent. It's
See,
twit.
even Ricky heard twat. Come on.
No, you didn't. You didn't
I
hear
mean,
it,
I don't
boys. I'm
care.
sorry, you
Whatever-
didn't.
Look, honestly, I don't care. Whatever Ripley says, I'm like,
Mhm.
You can call Rhea mommy.
Yes, he would. I'm mommy.
Oh my god.
I'm mamacita.
I'm mamacita.
You wanna get on the burrito?
He likes tall girls.
But
Get it out of mi chula en Totora.
But anyways,
Rip is my
Anyway.
age. She's my age. Which is shocking
but-
that she's my age.
But
Anyway.
anyways, and I like how with a lot of the returning ladies and some tie-ins to old feuds, whether they were real or on screen, like Michelle McCool and Mickie James. As much as I hate that feud with all my life, they paid it off, and Mickie got her final revenge finally after all these years. And eliminated Michelle. And then the other one, of course, this one from Total Divas, but Summer Rae and Natalya. I wish they
Get
would have
that.
had Summer Rae eliminate Natalya, because fuck Natalya. I'm sorry, I cannot stand
Yes, you
Natalya.
would.
But I digress. Sarah Logan coming back, I thought was
That was a huge
That
surprise.
shocked me.
that
Yeah.
shocked me beyond anything. I was like, what? They brought Sarah Logan back? And
Yep.
yeah, they made her get eliminated by the fucking Bellas, because Bellas
Oh,
ruined
man.
everything.
Everything.
I'm gonna say, Liv
get
was
heat.
Liv was my pick to win the Rumble.
I
It
think
made
she was
sense
a lot of
for
people's
Liv.
pick. Yeah.
That was my original until I started watching like more of the build up to this show. I was like, all right, I'm off my time on this one. So
Throughout
her
the
time's kind
entire
of done.
match, Liv was like hanging by his thread.
Yep.
She wasn't getting eliminated. I was like, is she gonna be the Iron Woman of the match?
She was second
And then-
longest in the match.
And what I said is whoever eliminates Charlotte is going to win the match.
Mhm.
And wouldn't you know
Which-
who won the pony?
When you know who
Yeah.
the phone. Right.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Ronda's song come on, I about fucking pissed myself. I was like, what?
I
Ronda's
thought they
back?
were going to save her for
Thank you.
30.
Yeah.
Oh.
I fucking thought that. I was like, yep, she's gonna win. She's
Yeah,
gonna
I was
win.
like, well, is
Yeah.
she gonna
Oh,
win,
she's
though?
winning.
Yeah.
Because I was still having that sickening feeling that they were going to have Charlotte win because it's fucking Charlotte.
Mm.
But
We
thank
need
God that didn't
Charlotte
happen.
Flair.
Yeah.
Scary
But-
to
and-
think
and
that
then-
Charlotte's been in almost every single Rumble except for the first one. She's
Yeah.
been in the
Yeah.
final three.
She's been in,
Mhm.
yeah.
She's the biggest star in the division.
Now let's clarify this. We did not see Alexa Bliss.
Right.
Yeah.
Asuka's still out apparently.
Mhm.
Where
Bayley's
is
still
she?
out, apparently.
I thought she was injured. I don't know if she's been cleared yet. And Bailey was not in there. And I don't know. Again, I don't know if they've been cleared.
I understand because they're still doing the therapy segments, so they're gonna. I'm guessing set it up for WrestleMania,
Yes.
probably.
I really would like to see Alexa go back to being Alexa. I think the playground
Yeah.
Alexa thing's
Yeah,
done.
it's time
You
to
know.
stop.
I
with
wouldn't
the
mind
stuff.
if like they would do like a split personality, like maybe when
Or
she's
how
really
about
pissed
they-
off.
They
she
just
becomes-
get rid of that kid personality and make her the bitch that we all love to hate.
Give us 5 feet of fury once again. You know,
Yeah.
give that.
I think
Or you know what?
I think
Actually,
you're
what Ricky just I think it's just Ricky just said. Sorry, but I think what Ricky said actually could work for her. Make Playground Alexa like the demon to Finn Balor. She brings it out every once in a while to kind of be her superpower. You know, her alter ego that you can't beat.
Her
could
nuclear
work.
option.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, Walt.
5 feet of fury.
I think
That's,
they're
you know.
saving. I think they're saving Bailey. Oh shit.
You're fine. We can see you.
Oh, you can. Okay, yeah, my phone's
yeah.
acting up. I think they're saving Bailey for a post WrestleMania
Turn.
appearance. I think she
Oh,
she
cool.
will show up.
Probably against either Ronda or Becky to confront. I'm just saying that.
I could see her confronting because now that Ronda won the Rumble. Oh yeah, and another thing, a couple other moments. Nikki ASH attacking Mighty Molly. I thought that
Molly
was
Holly.
clever.
Yes, that was great.
That was great.
From what I understand, Molly Holly, her along with Fit Finley and Hurricane produced this match.
Yeah.
They booked the Rumble, and Molly's involvement with Nikki was all Molly's idea. It was 100% her. So she
Smart.
wanted to give her the rub.
And it made total sense.
What if they have a match at WrestleMania?
They could.
they don't
Molly-
need. Yeah, they don't need to do that.
No.
I
They
mean,
don't
they may not
No,
need to, but it'd be cool to see.
If
Molly always
I
comes back.
I could see if they want to go the split personality route with Alexa, they could do Alexa and Nikki at Mania.
Could the old friends reunited? Yep. Old
They
partners.
could.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
the last thing, the stare down with Ronda and Shayna.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Old friends.
That was
Wish-
cool. Old
I
friends.
wish
What's up,
they
bitch?
could've- I wish they could have hit each other.
Had a
once
little
couple of
interaction
blows.
besides that.
Yeah,
But I think
Yeah,
they're
a
saving
little.
that for.
One
I think they're
thing.
saving that for a program later in the year, probably.
Mm.
Which would make sense because
With
'cause
Ronda
now-
coming back, you think they're gonna do the 4 horsewoman versus 4
No,
no,
the other,
that-
the other ones are gone, and
That
that
ship is
match,
sailed.
yeah, that
That
that,
ship-
that
has
ship
sailed
sailed,
a long
and the
time
other
ago.
girls are gone. So
They go to
Yeah,
work.
but now that Ronda, but now that
And no Cody.
the troll, Cody the troll.
hmm
No Brandy.
But now that Ronda's won, I totally see her getting the belt back. That's the logical next step with her is to get the belt back. That because botched
Charlotte,
finish,
that's the question.
botched.
that's the rumor. That's the rumor going right now that they're going to do Ronda and Charlotte.
Well, yeah, that seems to be what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, either or will be fine, but I think it'd be bigger if you had done her versus Becky
Well,
and get the belt back
regardless
from
of
Becky.
what
But
match they
regardless-
do, it's going to be the biggest match they could do for the women.
And it'll definitely be a main event on one of the nights, probably
Night one. It'll be night.
Yeah.
The night.
Because they do Ronda and Becky. There's room to do Charlotte. I don't even know if Lita's going to be back. I don't know if she's going to be long term or that was just like a
Lita
one-time
and
I
Charlotte
could see
have had
Lita and
feud.
Charlotte have a match.
because that could be a WrestleMania match. It could be.
Yeah.
I just don't know what Lita's status is. If she's there that long or not. But it would cover
Ronda
that.
chooses. Maybe we'll go with Lita or Charlotte. If
Yeah, we just
if
have to
not.
wait and figure out like when we see the storyline play out of who's she gonna choose, and then we'll know if we're.
She's going to be on Raw tomorrow.
Yeah,
will.
so we might find out tomorrow.
Tune in to find out.
But now that Ronda's back, this opens up the door for so much for her to do. Because, like I said, it's like, yeah, we say she doesn't have anything else to prove, but even though she had it's like the timing of when she left, it's like she was so fucking good and she hadn't even reached her full potential yet. Now that she's back, we shall see what happens.
You have
Because-
a story with Becky that
Yes.
hey, you didn't really beat me at WrestleMania.
My shoulder was
Right.
up. My
Yep.
shoulder was up at WrestleMania. They just
I
gave
got
me
screwed
the
out of
belt.
WrestleMania. They gave her the title, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's all there. That's all
And other big dream matches. The biggest one I'm still hoping for, and I'm thinking we're gonna get it finally. Asuka and Ronda, because of that tease from 4 years ago.
But that's only if Asuka returns at some point
That's
and
true.
she's MIA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Asuka-
you follow her Instagram. She's all over the place on Instagram, but she was injured.
heard
I just
she's
don't
back
know.
home. She's in
Yeah,
Japan.
maybe. I don't know. So
And let's not forget
But
Bianca
regardless.
Belair being the Iron Woman of the match. 47 minutes. Jesus
I'm shocked.
Christ.
I'm shocked she didn't get more eliminations than just one. That was a bit of a surprise. Charlotte actually had the most eliminations with 5.
Not to mention
because of-
the Sonya Deville Naomi saga
I
continues.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's a
And you know
that's a
what?
WrestleMania
And
match.
can I just say?
WrestleMania match.
And can I just say, oh, Sonya Deville.
I know. I'm sorry.
Too bad she doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
like
we
the stick.
respect the shit out of you, but goddamn, freaking hot as hell.
Oh, wait,
Um,
wait.
We know. Man is not your thing. We respect that, but goddamn, we can acknowledge that you are absolutely gorgeous. So
And that's actually
Acknowledge
turned into,
her.
acknowledge
That's
her.
actually turned into the best little feud on television right now. It got when Naomi's music hit and they got a reaction there
Oh,
when they
God,
started brawling. you know?
How can
Well,
I? And
also-
also speaking.
when
Well,
she
speaking of. Well,
eliminated
speaking.
Cameron.
I was just about to say, when Cameron showed up, I rolled my eyes. I'm like, ugh, why?
It is what it
why
is.
this
It is
cunt?
what it is.
Mhm.
I don't care.
But
I
the
hate
fact that they used it to help tell the story
That's
between
good.
Naomi and Sonya, that was
It's a
really
good thing. Yeah.
It was because you heard Sonya on the head. It's like, wait, she's a friend of Naomi's, so if she got hurt, Naomi would be upset. Jack it off, jack it off, jack it off, jack it off, and
Clip that.
clip that. Family Guy reference. Okay, get in the ring, beat up on camera now. Here comes Naomi. I'm pissed, bitch. You mine. Let's go. And get right
I
into that
will.
stuff.
I
So,
will be
all help.
objective. I will be objective. That is a great story. I just fucking can't stand Cameron. She's a total bitch.
I understand. hmm
Ugh.
Speaking of returns, also Alicia Fox returns
Yeah.
to the ring.
When did she get sleeve tattoos all of a sudden?
Yeah, I know that was weird. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
new addiction,
What-
no addiction for the old one.
What else came back?
It's having a phase.
Yes, used to have in that phase. Yeah, so great match, great women's Rumble match. Well done overall. They did a great job producing. Great, it was executed really well.
And then the Raw Women's Title match with Becky and Doudrop. Yeah, the
They
crowd
worked their asses
distracted.
off.
They
They
worked
really
their asses
tried.
off, but
They
they
tried.
tried. But
Oh, let's not forget the fucking WrestleMania
Yeah,
sign
the
got on
sign.
fire.
Yeah,
It's
there
sign
was-
pointing season. It's sign pointing
I think-
season.
Becky worked so hard to get Doudrop over as a threat, because
Yep.
Becky let Doudrop beat the fuck out of her. If you saw that match,
Mhm.
Mhm.
as I said,
Yeah.
on Twitter, Doudrop went Dr. Death Steve Williams on Becky.
Yeah, she did.
Fucking
Yeah,
suplexing her, Doctor Bombs, and all sorts of shit.
Flayed out on her with that freaking senton. Yep,
Yep, and unfortunately, the sign caught on fire and nobody paid attention.
nobody paid attention. So
Yeah.
that was a real bitch.
And I felt because Doudrop's finally she's getting her just desserts, but and just bad circumstances.
And Doudrop is hot.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pipe her.
And then Becky, good lord. I seem to notice with the less makeup Becky wears, she looks hotter. Like, holy
Becky
shit.
looks better than ever.
Yeah,
She really
natural.
does.
A MILF.
Total MILF now. Yeah, full on MILF.
I don't know what it is. It's like as soon as some women I see that have mothers, they just look better. Oh my
It's those hormones. It's those hormones, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Hormones.
But yes, we had that.
Becky
Then we had.
Okay.
BL and BL.
BL versus BL. Now, let me just say, like, the first part of the match was done really well. But then after that, the match really tapered off after that. Because it's like, okay, it's Suplex City. It's like, come on, you can't let Bobby have a little bit of shine. I mean, he did get him once. He did get him once, and then the hurt block.
That's all he needs.
Then he got the hurt block. I just wish he could have gotten to do more in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like what? What else? What more did you need? The story was told.
I think he wants arm drag, hip toss, body slam, universal.
I wanted to see Lashley fucking show that he's a better MMA fighter than Brock, and take him down.
Then he can go in a fucking MMA cage.
And then just go to town on him before Brock gets up.
Schedule a real fight in an octagon between those two.
And then Brock would get up and be like, okay. And then they just fucking beat the shit out of each other, and then you get into...
I think once the smoke clears, after WrestleMania and all that stuff, they are going to revisit this feud again.
They have to, especially with the finish, which the finish, Roman comes out, gets Brock, and then Heyman turning on Brock. And some people had the belief that this was supposed to have happened in day one. I'm thinking,
No.
I mean, it would have been if that match happened.
You got to remember day one. A lot of circumstances happened.
A lot of stuff changed.
Well, before circumstances.
Yep. So.
Well, before the circumstances, I figured some people probably would have had the belief that Heyman would have turned on Brock then, but it is what it is. I think it worked better. I think it worked out better that it happened here, and it also helped. Wow, my voice cracked horribly. And then Lashley getting the belt back. It's like I said, the match started off so well, then it tapered off for me.
Shocked me that we started with a lockup.
Yeah.
Actually locked up twice. And I was
nobody won.
This is different.
And nobody
won
the lockup.
Yep.
And it was a good lockup.
Solid fucking
shit. Right in there.
Yep. But honestly, I did have a quick Goldberg Brock 2000 WrestleMania 20 flashback when they locked up. I'm like, don't do that. Like, okay, they know what to do with it. Okay, all right, I'll shut up. After the second one, I was like, now we'll get the suplexes, get the shit going. It's like, all right, the crowd.
No one's leaving the company after that shit.
No.
I was thinking, oh god.
No seeing Goldberg saying, "Fuck these people, fuck them all."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
do you care? No. Let's fucking have a horrible match. Okay.
And I called that the official end to the Monday Night War. That match right there, Goldberg and from 2004. Because who came out on top of that match at the end?
Steve Austin. Yep, the referee.
But the match itself, it was solid. I just still wish Lashley could have gotten more shine out of it, personally. But it's
like I said, I think they're going to revisit it down the road.
Yeah.
We'll get a more...
And they'll probably have a much better match than this anyway. So
because that's twice. He's got him in the lock, and he hasn't been able to break it. So there's more story there to tell down the line.
Maybe we'll get the rematch at SummerSlam, perhaps.
Possible, or a Saudi Arabia show,
or Money in the Bank because they're doing it in the stadium.
That's
for
true.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then the mixed tag. I thought for the mixed tag, it was a good match.
Really good. I think Marie stepped up. She went through all the different levels. She started as a chicken shit heel. I don't want to get in the ring. And then it was, okay, now I'm going to start throwing what I got in there. Just a freaking Hurricane Rana, DDT. Gets all the spots in there. And freaking Mike. Miz with those facials are just like some of the best. When Beth was behind him and he just turned like
You want me?
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah.
Great finish.
And Maurice looking thick.
Yes.
Milf Reese.
Stack.
Milf
Milf Reese.
Milf and Milf Phoenix.
Yes, Milf Phoenix. Beth Phoenix showing tribute to Luna.
Yes.
Yep.
With the hair.
Yep. And the makeup. She had the makeup on the side too.
I was thinking like Nightwing and Robin with Edge though, with the R's on his knee pads, because the way the design of the R's were on there, I was thinking it was like Robin from Batman.
Oh right, okay. And that was another thing. It couple red, grit couple blue. It was like obvious opposite side of the spectrum with that too. So it was all there. And the kids were ringside. The daughters were ringside. We got a nice wave from mommy and daddy afterwards. That was wonderful.
Were Mrs. kids outside there too?
I don't know. I didn't see them. They might be with Maurice's crazy mom in the back.
Oh, Ms.
Or Mrs. Dad trying to sell pictures of the kids to people backstage. That would happen.
Shane,
Pay me money. Pay me money.
Pay me now. Quote the dad, pay me more.
Yeah. And then we get to the main event, the men's Rumble match.
Men's Rumble match.
So we start off with a really cool, first few guys with AJ, Nakamura, Austin Theory, and Bobby Roode.
I love the HBK when AJ gets the ring. You know, he does
yes.
That
was cool.
But the thing is, he's going all the way. That's why he did that.
Yeah.
But, no.
He was the Iron Man, but only 29 minutes, and it did get the most eliminations. He
was going to go all the way.
I thought he was going to be at least until the final four, but
that's me too.
Alas, and that's honestly sort of my problem I have with this match. A lot of guys who you thought could have used the rub of being in there longer than they should have were out way too quick.
Big Theory RKO and got dumped out like a garbage.
Austin Theory, 22 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was decent for him.
I think it was decent.
Yeah.
He did.
And Knoxville fucking coming out to the Jackass song and did the job really well.
When Sami Zayn came out, I was like, they gotta have Knoxville next.
Yeah, Knoxville's next.
I was like,
what's the guitar?
Yeah. And then Knoxville goes in there and takes an ass kicking because that's what he does.
What's the one thing I wish there would have been? A camera crew following Knoxville so they can have it on the Jackass bonus. Jackass
bonus,
Forever.
Yeah, for Jackass Forever. That would have been. They might have. We just don't know.
Right. You never know.
Yeah.
Yes, and AJ steps up, going to hit me for pow. Okay, bitch. Boom, 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 bang, boom, boom. And everyone do their everyone beat up on Knoxville.
Jump in and does the 5-star prop splash.
That was so good.
Freaking did jump so high up. I'm like, good God, I don't even think RVD got that high. No pun intended.
Yeah. Nice. Good. Very well done. So yeah, that was there.
By the way.
Good way of getting almost out. That was good. Gable.
I just wish that he didn't eliminate Priest before that, though.
Yeah.
And Priest didn't get much in this match, which sucked.
He had a pre-match promo.
His elimination was pretty anticlimactic, too.
Yeah. I mean, I get you want to build heat for Moss and Corbin, but come on.
Yeah.
It's Moss time.
Yeah, it's Moss time. And thank God. And then Drew showing up, and I'm like, I thought he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes back and eliminates both Moss and Corbin and then beat the fuck out of them. So you can tell they're probably going to finish that story up. Maybe it's Saudi or something.
Probably.
I'm thinking after they realized Mustafa Ali and Jeff Hardy were not coming, they're probably made a phone call to Drew and said, do you feel up to it?
You know what's one thing that I wish it could have, because they've been teasing it for the past couple of weeks. Dominic Ray. I wish Ray would have eliminated Dominic.
Or along those lines.
Yeah.
Dominic was in and out. He was quick.
Yeah,
he was out.
He was kind of a non-factor.
Yeah.
He didn't do much there. What else was
Sheamus?
Although Rick Boogs, holy shit.
Just
manhandling Gable, good God. Yep. That's actually a match I want to see, Gable versus Boogs. I think that'd be really
good.
Mm-hmm.
You know how fun Chad
That'd be a
Gable
great
is fun to
comedic
watch?
feud too. That'd be so cool.
Chad Gable has been so much fun to watch on Raw. Not just his in-ring performance, but his promos have been hilarious. He's been really good lately.
He's a modern day
Him and
Kurt
that
Angle,
Angle.
for God's sakes.
He is.
Yeah.
Hence why he should have been the one to be the illegitimate son and not Jason Jordan, but I digress.
Oh, we know that. We are. Yeah.
Well, you know.
We know.
Yeah.
What can you do? What can you do?
But speaking of Jordan, now that we brought it up earlier with Edge getting cleared, what if Jordan could get cleared?
Yeah,
If he could get cleared, reunion of American Alpha Academy, a faction.
And have Kurt
Triple A.
Angle the manager.
Triple A.
I'm on to
Which
something,
also
people.
reminds me, Jason Jordan and I think Hayes booked Lesnar and Lashley.
Oh,
Yep, that's what Jordan's a backstage agent now. So.
he's a producer now. So
Producer, yeah.
whatever they call themselves. But
yeah.
yeah. So
But
that was
of
all there.
course-
When
and of
Drew,
course-
I will say, when I heard Drew's music, I'm like, well, we know who's winning now until we got to 30.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I thought Drew was going to be the guy. And
But
until
yeah, and then of course,
For a second, I thought after when Brock was dumping everyone out, I thought he was going to get hit with another Claymore and go over, and Drew was going to win again.
but we have to talk about the biggest. We have to talk about the biggest disappointment of the night. And I'm sorry, Internet. Veer hasn't shown up yet.
Oh no! He didn't come out at 1 and eliminate everybody like the spoilers
I
said.
know. Like the Internet said. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no Veer.
Years
No Veer.
later.
Here is coming.
Yes. Send Hook. Send Hook.
but yeah, and of course the botch with Kofi. Yeah, it was bound to happen at some point. But like I said earlier, they could turn this into a story next year in the Rumble.
Good.
Can Kofi redeem himself and save himself next year?
Yeah.
That'd be cool, like a callback.
Yeah,
I still feel like
not try and win, but just try and
Not try
do
and win, but to
another
save
sweet
himself again.
save.
But yeah, I'm still under the belief that Nakamura's elimination was botched because it looked like he just slipped off the apron when he probably was supposed to hang on.
It probably, but again, non-factor. It wasn't like anything.
I mean,
was missed.
still, but I just saw that and the way he slipped off. I'm like, was that supposed to happen? I'm thinking that was botched, but I digress.
It happens.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Mhm.
I swear,
Bad Bunny's
Vince
gone.
needs to sign him to a part-time contract
Something.
or something.
Him and Bro had a great little thing there
That was
going.
a cool little interaction.
Bunny Destroyer.
Oh my
He and
God,
Ray.
they were fucking over.
Yeah.
Orton
Crazy.
got a huge pop.
Well, Orton was close to his hometown, so
Yeah.
Orton was close to
I
his
heard
hometown.
Orton came out when the Rumble ended. Orton came out and did another pose and shook hands and took pictures
Oh,
and
that's
all
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beg people for
Someone
cigarettes.
said Orton got the biggest
Yeah,
pop.
probably. Probably
Yeah.
bummed a cigarette
There's
off somebody.
thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Brock coming out at the end, and I'm like, yeah, Brock's going to win.
Shane
Okay,
McMahon.
Yeah.
Shane.
No, bad
Surprised there.
fucking Bunny. What the
Yep.
He got a couple
and-
eliminations.
Yeah, he
And we might- we could
eliminated. He helped
Sheamus.
eliminate Ziggler and
Yeah.
eliminated Sheamus.
So we could
Isn't
see
this-
something between Bad Bunny and
isn't-
Sheamus at
wait.
WrestleMania.
Wait, I
Maybe.
could be wrong. But is this the Rumble with the most celebrities? Knoxville and Bad Bunny?
I
In the
think
Rumble?
so.
Two.
Guess
Yeah,
so.
I mean, two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most non wrestlers. Shane.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I wonder if Shane was a last minute addition too because they somebody
Probably.
not showing up.
Probably.
That could have been the Ali spot.
Yeah.
That could have very well been it.
I don't want to be in the Rumble. I want my release.
Fucking
Shane.
I
Muhammad
Shane.
Ali.
want to go to AEW where I'll wrestle Daniel Bryan on Dynamite and then work my way down to Dark.
Yeah,
Ooh.
pretty much.
Do nothing. Mhm. If that's even
By the
if he
way-
wants to stay in the business.
When the fuck are Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly going to actually team up? I have not seen one Red Dragon match yet. Maybe there was one, but it's like
Oh.
they showed up. They didn't really do anything.
But
Let's
yeah,
also acknowledge there was plenty of guys that we did not see in this match. There was no NXT entrances.
No.
No Usos.
No Usos.
no
No Bell.
Cesaro.
No Balor. Balor is like
Balor.
Balor's not even in the country right now. He's somewhere. He's still under contract. He hasn't quit or anything like
Yeah.
that, but he's not even in the country right
Yeah,
now.
no Cesaro, which was a little
Cesaro.
weird.
No Cesaro. Yeah. So
Truth.
there was plenty of faces like
No, yeah,
where are
no
they?
Apollo Crews. No Apollo Crews.
No
Cruz.
Forbidden
Is
Door
Woods-
entries.
Is Woods
Yep.
injured?
Yes, he's still injured.
Okay, all right.
He's injured.
Forbidden Door entries because we thought if the women could have one, why not the men?
Could have been.
Yeah, well,
It could have
maybe
been
that was
Mox.
Knoxville. Maybe that was Knoxville. It could have been Mox.
Yeah.
I actually thought, because of Mickey's involvement, I thought Nick Aldis was going to possibly be.
Yeah.
I did too.
I remember
Me
we
too.
talked about that last week.
But it was what it was. So Brock wins. Now we ask the question,
No Walter.
who's it going to challenge? No Gunther. We have a Walter here. We're happy with the Walter we have. So the one and only. That's right. There can be only one. And he won.
The
He sued
OG.
for the right to the name.
Yep.
And won.
How much, Walter? How much did it go for?
Don't be scared. Yeah.
I ain't fighting him.
No.
You're okay,
No.
bro. It's a work, kid.
Oh, by the way, backtrack. If you guys got a chance this week, NXT UK, the best show that nobody's watching, Ilya Dragunov and Jordan Devlin. Holy shit, did they have a fucking fight?
Yeah.
I heard about
Tell
that.
me
Yeah.
It was really good.
Empty arena match. Not sure why it was an empty arena match, but I mean, there was an audience until that match. But they did go all over the studio. But my God, it was stiff, and my God, Dragunov selling his ass off and screaming at the top of his lungs, and so much passion, so much energy out of that Ilya Dragunov. He's great. But a phenomenal fucking match. I would definitely check it out.
But yeah, I think so. Quick predictions on who we think Ronda and Brock are going to challenge. I think it's clear cut. Brock's going to challenge Roman.
No,
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty.
it's going to be
clear-cut.
Brock versus Braun Breaker.
I'd pay to see that.
I would love to see
Yeah.
that match.
I would love to see that match.
Yeah.
See,
And then
see Brock come out to NXT. Yeah, I'm going to challenge you.
Sure.
Oh my God.
We'll see that happen.
Give me $5 million. I'll show up to that developmental piece of shit. Brock's words.
Brock's words, yes.
Eh,
Knock,
eh.
knock, knock. Who's there? NXT. NXT who? Exactly.
Exactly.
I like. Never mind. And then as far as Ronda, that's the harder one to choose because either or it will make sense. Charlotte because Ronda eliminated her from the match, but Becky because of how 35 ended.
We
You guys-
also
you
forget.
You guys, I'm sorry. I have to head out of here because my bladder is screaming at me. I have to go. So if I don't go, we're going to have a big accident in here and we're going to get kicked off of YouTube. So have fun, boys. I'll see you all next week because we start February and you guys will hear about what we're doing next week. Be safe.
Peace.
Alrighty.
All right.
But, I mean, like I said, I feel like the money is with Ronda versus Becky, but if they go Ronda Charlotte, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Ronda versus Mandy.
I was gonna say that. What if they do that? What if Ronda's like, you know what? I already beat both of them.
No, Ronda goes over to the UK and challenges the UK women's champ.
Oh, Mako Satomura. Oh my! Actually, no shit. That would be a good match. Ricky just froze at the announcement of that. Look at him.
He's like,
Or Ronda goes to AEW and challenges Britt Baker.
He dismantles Britt Baker in 30 seconds.
yeah.
And then
30
takes the
second
belt to
squash.
WWE, drops it in the garbage can.
Like, hey, fuck you, AEW.
You know what I told Scott with all this? You know what I told Scott with all this Cody stuff that was going on. I mean, that was all speculation. I said, you know what would have been a ballsy move if Cody really is booked in the Rumble? He gets called out, hits the ring, pulls out his AEW contract, and signs it, and then eliminates himself.
Perfect.
Then get fuck Cody Rhodes. Anyways.
Or he wins the Rumble, and that's his way of challenging for the AEW title.
Oh my god.
A loophole.
Because it says any world champion. This is the Pacific WWE champion.
Oh,
It's the
man.
champion of his choosing.
Yes.
You know what? You want to piss AEW fans off? Tell them that John Moxley's gonna eventually go back to Vince. Tell them
Yeah.
that Daniel is gonna eventually go back.
I wouldn't be shocked if
Because
he went back before the end of this year.
Who, Moxley or Daniel?
Moxley.
Hell, and apparently, Ruby Riott ain't that happy right now.
Yeah.
I saw something about that. Is that true though? Is there multiple reports about it?
I'm not sure about that, but
Let's be honest though. I mean, Ruby Riott and Ruby Soho are not that different. When Ruby Riott was in WWE, she was there to put over Sasha, there to put over Charlotte, Asuka, and Bayley and Becky. And what is Ruby Soho doing over in AEW? The same thing. She's
put over Britt and Jade.
Yep. And then getting stuck in nonsense feuds with Jamie Hayter, and it's really no different.
Yeah.
I have a few friends that work at AEW.
But she's being used better.
Yeah, but.
Exactly.
Yeah, boy.
But anyway, you were saying you had a few friends working.
And they said it's a fucking shit show backstage. There's no organization. There's nobody help. There's no agents to help call matches. The one thing people don't like being called out for promos because some of them don't like cutting promos because it's all 100% on the fly. Because Tony's like, you say what you want, creative freedom. It's all you. You look at if you ever see Anna Jay's promos, she doesn't want to go in there and cut promos. She doesn't want to talk. That's one thing Big Swole said. A lot of the girls, a lot of the talent back there are cringe at the idea of cutting their own promos. You wonder why WWE has their own writing team for that reason.
They have promo classes down in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
it's just it's a free for all,
man.
So.
But
anyways, I am now eliminating myself. I am now eliminating myself from this Rumble because my phone's about to die. So I will see you guys next week.
Alrighty. And I guess that's a good way to kind of wrap up this episode. So
the final three.
Technically final two because Ricky's frozen again.
All right. You and me and the winner goes to Mania. I'm pointing at the Mania sign.
And it's on fire. But anyways, I think this is a good time to wrap things up. So, yeah, that was episode 86, end of Royal Rumble season. So, February, I actually forgot everything we're doing for February. I wish Scott didn't leave.
Okay, I know we're doing Super Brawl 7. I don't know the order, but Super Brawl 7, In Your House Final Four, Terry Funk ECW, and top 10 on-screen couples.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know the order in which we're doing them, but those are the 4 episodes.
Alrighty. So, with all that said, quick plug time. Ricky?
You can find me on my Instagram at Arcaraman Metal God, where I post pictures about my CD collection, memes, metal star, wrestling stuff, you name it. And you can catch me on Levi's channel in the Horseman podcast, where hopefully next week we can do the Punk episode, which has a lot of more Punk to listen to.
Yeah, me too. James?
You can find me on my YouTube at We Are Pro Wrestling, where in February I'm doing my first month-long wrestler retrospective of 2022 when I talk about the Animal Batista, his entire WWE career from Deacon to Animal to Champion to Legend. All throughout the month of February. Subscribe to me on there, and you can follow me on Twitter at WAPW_wrestling for more updates.
And I'll son of a bitch. I'll quickly try and do Scott's plugs. You can find him on YouTube at It's Mr. Scott. You can find him on Twitch at It's Mr. Scott Rocks, where he plays bass and all kinds of other stuff. And I believe he's Mr. Scott Rocks or Reacts on Instagram. I remember shit, people.
Remember? I remember.
As well as he and Walter, you can find them on the Necrocasticon podcast. But for me, YouTube, ThrashManiac99. In fact, in less than a half hour, I got an album review that's going to be posted because I've been on a roll now with the reviews I've been doing. Of course, Horseman Podcast eventually doing the punk albums, which that's going to be interesting because I'm not a very big punk guy, but it is what it is. You can find me on Instagram at ThrashManiac_YT, where I'm almost to 500 followers. And finally, follow and or subscribe to me on Twitch at ThrashManiac99, and I might actually be streaming later tonight with some games.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what I'm going to do, though.
I've been thinking of going live on my Facebook later today just to show my CD collection again, since I did that like a year ago. I'm like, yeah, time to revisit the old show. So,
hey, Levi,
I don't know.
if you can, stream some Supercard. Why not?
I did stream Supercard like
a couple of months ago, didn't you?
A week and a half ago, I did.
Huh?
So, yeah, I mean, I might stream Supercard tonight, possibly. Which, by the way, James, I finally got my first Rumble 22 Pro, Montez Ford.
Nice.
Have
you gotten the Braun Breaker event?
My deck is nowhere good to get that. My Road to Glory deck's Valhalla double plus right now.
Have you gotten at least one of the new Brock cards yet, or no?
Nah, I spent all my credits on the last one.
You wasted all your credits on an F3 that is no longer useful.
It's still useful right now. And I'm gonna keep it forever because that's a fucking good card. But anyway, so yeah, I might stream Supercard. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Might stream Fortnite, for God's sakes. I don't know. Just whatever pops my fancy. Like the ladies. I wish.
Zev. Speaking of Zev.
Yeah, she's a classic MILF for sure.
She's a lady?
Anyways, I'm going to end this before we go even further off the rails. Bye!
Boobs.
I'm done.